What up, you guys? Empress of Duality here with my beautiful soul sister, Kara, tonight. Oh, I'm getting emotional already, just stepped into the space. Okay, it's lit in here, you guys. We have so much in store for y'all. We got so much planned for you guys tonight. We're going to be doing a full moon ritual, cutting some cords, cutting some ties, releasing some negative energy, releasing some judgment. It's a full moon, right? So we got to have some release going on. This is Kara. For those of you that might not know, she has a channel of her own as well. It is The Living Journey. Kara, if you would like to say hello and maybe tell everybody kind of what you have to offer.
Hi, I'm Kara. I'm with The Living Journey. That's my channel here on YouTube. I am an intuitive empath. I am a mystic. I am a Reiki master healer and an energy healer. I offer personal readings. I go live every Monday at 7 p.m., 7 to 9. I do live mini readings. I also offer mini Reiki healing, energy work, and I'm a certified life coach as well, so I'm a living guide. So I do also offer spiritual counseling and life coaching.
She did some Reiki for me yesterday, you guys, because listen, what I have noticed is when you choose to speak out, whether that is publicly or just in a conscious conversation with one person, just like last night, Kara and I talked on the phone for a couple hours and just consciously had a conversation about things that were going on, different perspectives that we had, and just kind of honoring each other for our different perspectives and loving each other, right? But one thing that I noticed is whether you are speaking out against things in a public manner or whether it's just one-on-one with another person, when you're consciously calling out the dark, when you're consciously calling out the bullshit, there is a whole spiritual realm, you guys. And some people, some energies, some entities, they don't like when we speak out. They don't like when we call them out. And I have noticed today that I've had to raise my energy several times today. I had to lay down on the couch and listen to some music. I had a crystal, on my third eye that my dog was laying on me. And every time I would get my energy raised up, it's like something would hit me and try to bring me back down. And it's just been like that all day today. But this energy is for real, you guys. And Kara and I, we just feel like it's really important to talk about some of these things and to also open a space for you guys, a safe space for you guys. Whatever you feel, whatever perspective you have is welcome here. We invite you into this space with so much love, and we thank you all for being here with us. Danny, can you come here? I just want to be able to see the stream. Maybe if I move this over.
How many are people that can't see the chat, so...
Oh, you can't see the chat? Why not?
I don't know. How would I do that? I'm on Zoom, so I see us on the Zoom area, but I don't see chat.
I got it. I just wanted to be able to see myself. This is the live one, right?
Yeah, you gotta push it back once in a while. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, listen, y'all. Y'all know Danny does all the technical stuff, so I'm stepping out of my comfort zone here. But hello, Aaron. Hi, Diana. Michelle, welcome. Jesse, thank you for being here. Michelle D, what's up, love? David, hello. Danny, what's up, baby? Thank you guys for being here with us. So Kara is going to start us off with, just getting us connected and grounded and just opening a space for us tonight for this full moon ritual as well as some conscious conversation. So Kara, if you would like to guide us in.
I would. Thank you. I want to say thank you for everyone for joining us tonight for this full moon ritual and conscious conversation that we would like to have and share our story of what has been going on. So I invite everyone to take a really big deep breath with me. Kind of center yourself into your space. I call God, the universe, angels, ascended masters, ancestors, everyone's personal spirit team, my higher self. I would like us to root down into the earth and hold our crowns high in the sky of heaven so that we become the bridge here tonight. I invite everyone into this space of safety and comfort, of healing and of blessing. Allow the energy to come in through us and out into unconditional love. Share this space for the highest good of all. There you go.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, y'all.
Feel it.
Let me tell you, as soon as I clicked go live, I just got like a rush of just like emotions, and honestly, I feel like my guides do that sometimes. They hit me with those like really intense emotions to say like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for opening that space. I'm proud of you for creating a safe, container and space for others to come in. And we're gonna find some peace tonight. We're gonna do some releasing tonight. I channeled a prayer for us tonight, so I'm gonna do that next. And I know y'all are probably wondering like what's going on with this, but I've got a candle, a purple candle that we're gonna light tonight and set our intentions. And I want you guys to know that if you accept to step into this space with us, the intentions that we set tonight, we're gonna build that momentum and create a new world, okay? And whether you're here with me physically or not doesn't matter. If you accept and our invitation into this space, we are co-creating together tonight. And the purple candle is, just symbolizing our intentions for tonight, symbolizes, releasing any negative thought forms, any negative attachments, emotional attachments, any negative narratives that may be blocking our line of sight, any triggers, right? So the purple candle is gonna, symbolize our intention of release, as well as transmuting negative, lower vibrational energy into positive energy. And the white candle we got tonight is for George. We're gonna light that for him in honor of his, his journey, sacrifice, what he went through. We all have different perspectives on George Floyd, but regardless, he lost his life, and I think that is something that everyone can honor and step into with love. We're going to light that for him and his family, for peace. We're going to bring in some peace with that. And Kara and I both have crystals out, and then at some point, we've got a rope here, and the rope is going to symbolize, releasing the past, releasing the judgment, releasing any toxic ties to people, places, things, thought forms, narratives, old fucked up stories and conditionings that may have been placed upon us as we grew up, right? And this is just a way of, untangling, releasing ourselves from the past, and we're gonna cut those motherfucking cords tonight, y'all, okay? And I think that's it. Yeah. So, Kara, do you want me to go ahead and do the prayer, or how you feeling over there?
Yeah, you can do your prayer, and then
should I go ahead and light the candles? Y'all want me to light?
I would say we can do that after we call in all the energy that we want to do, and then before, if we feel called to, I think we're probably going to pull cards after we have our conversation, if that feels like it's necessary. I do. I feel like you need to ask what they want from us and how we handle these things.
Yes.
Because it is insanely charged with emotion and spiritual energy. And so I suppose what we could do is after you call in you do your prayer and I do mine, then we can set our intention as a collective group on what we want these things to do for us, what we want to release over this next moon cycle, and the healing that we want to then call in on the back end of that. So we can do that after we do our prayers.
Okay, That sounds good. So I am going to, and look, you guys, like this is all uncharted territory, but this is what the fuck we do, okay? I had lower vibrational energies and entities trying to penetrate my space all day today, trying to knock me out of my energy, so trying to get me to not show up tonight. But fuck that. I'm going to show up. I'm here for you guys, and I'm always going to show up for you guys. And I think that's important as well, you know, to not let, because there's a lot of negativity, y'all. There's a lot of heavy energy. There's a lot of energies that we're accidentally plugging into or whatever, and that try to knock us off our path that we truly desire. And, you know, I just want to, for one, honor myself because there was so much shit, you know, being thrown in my face today. And I'm just glad that I was able to be here with you guys in this space. I'm gonna play a little bit, and like I said, we're doing something different tonight, you guys. Something I've never done on my channel before, but Kara and I both feel called to step into this space with you guys. I'm gonna play some music, a little bit of like piano music, and I just want you guys to really embrace this space with us. You know, while I'm doing this prayer, I want you to close your eyes and put your hand over your heart space. Feel into your heart space. Feel into the energy that you are and the intentions that you're setting. And, you know, you don't have to accept everything that, you know, Kara and I talk about tonight. So if there's anything that you don't want to accept into your energy, that's fine. You know, you don't have to. But if, you know, you feel and it resonates with you, I just invite you to embrace it. Hi, Untitled Tarot. Hey, Brittany. Hi, Ella. I wish you could see the... Mm-hmm. Hi, Gina. Hi, David. Yes, thick energies past couple of days. You ain't fucking lying. Listen, y'all, I had to go... It was like 2 hours before Kara and I are supposed to do our thing. I hadn't put my makeup on. I hadn't got ready. I hadn't done shit. And I had to go to like the waterfalls just to get into my energy. Okay, I'm done talking. Let me get the music up. And we're going to do this channeled prayer. And I just feel into it, you guys. Feel into it with me. Kara, how's that sound?
I don't think I hear it. Let me grab my speaker.
Y'all let me know if y'all can hear that. It's 432 hertz. Hey, Gina. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear that, you guys.
From my end, it's nice and low. It's not
It's good?
too much.
Okay. Take a deep breath, you guys. Breathing into your heart space. Close your eyes. Put your hand over your heart. Take another deep breath. In and out. Dear universe, God, spirit, ancestors, guides, past loved ones, angels, archangels, any entity or energy of unconditional love and light that would like to step into this space with us, we invite you in. We call upon you now. We need your help. We invite you into our space with so much love and gratitude for all that you do. We see you. We hear your guidance with the utmost of clarity. We feel your presence and love. We call upon your assistance to see through any illusions our egos may have created. We ask that you remove these filters from our eyes. We stand together in this moment to accept our own personal truths without the filter of judgment. We choose to hold this space together and finally see our personal truths. We know that the truth can be painful, and that's okay. We accept our pain, and we choose now to take responsibility for our own suffering and disconnection from the truth, our disconnection from self-love, from Christ consciousness, unity consciousness. We are the warriors. We are the wayseers. We are the 144,000 chosen light workers incarnated on this planet to initiate change in this world. We ask for the courage to speak our truth and walk our destined paths. We ask for the compassion to honor each other and the different missions we all have at this current time. We call upon Ascended Master Jesus into this space to share his teachings of love and forgiveness with us. Jesus, we ask that you use our physical vessels as a channel for your great healing powers. We are channels for divine healing. We are channels for grace. Jesus, we call upon you tonight to invite you into our hearts for clear communication with God, with divine guidance and direction in this time. Jesus, we ask that you restore our faith in ourselves so that we may restore our faith in mankind. So be it, so it is done. Calling in Archangel Michael to cut, cauterize, and sever any cords, hooks, or energetic attachments that are not for our highest good. Surrendering any negative and burdensome narratives that may make us feel guilty or shameful. I now invoke the mighty and powerful Archangel Michael to come to our assistance. Please grant me the strength, courage, and honor I need to fulfill my life purpose. Please use your sword to cut away any doubts or negativity. Surround us with your protection and grant the courage and bravery to overcome and release our fears. Thank you, Archangel Michael. And finally, call in Archangel Gabriel. I love me some Archangel Gabriel, y'all. I invoke the mighty and powerful Archangel Gabriel to bring us assistance. Please bring us insights on how to speak our truth for the highest good of all and release any negative energies associated with our words now and always. Remove all of our doubts and fears and purify our body, mind, and spirit. I honor and thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for granting this, our wish. And finally, thank you to every amount of source energy that goes into guiding, loving, protecting, and supporting us along our journeys, our souls. Fucking thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Lord Jesus came in, got me all fucked up, y'all.
I can feel it over here. My heart is pounding and getting some of that lightheadedness that I tend to get when I go.
Woo. I'm glad you're feeling it too, Lord. I'm telling you, Jesus, he has helped me with a lot, you guys. He has shared so many secrets of this universe with me, and I have a really strong bond with him. So when he comes in, y'all, I'll be getting all fucked up, okay? It is what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed that prayer.
It's warm in here. I mean, it's already warm in here as it is, but I can feel the energy in my face, and I really feel it in my heart and my throat.
Kara, thank you again for being here with me. This space right now, y'all, I literally feel high off of life. That is how just pure the energy is. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Jesse said loud and clear, thank you. I can hear it. Diana said beautiful, thank you. Amen, Aaron, thank you. So beautiful. Thank you, Untitled Tarot. Christina G, what's up, love?
Hey, Christina G.
My cup runneth over. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, y'all. Whew, Lord have mercy. The love.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I know, the love in here is crazy. All right, Kara, you go. You go.
So, something that Brooke and I have discovered over the past week and a half about our particular combination of energies and our interaction, which we will get into after this, is that I am the dark to Brooke's light. So when we discuss divine feminine darkness, we don't mean anything scary. Well, it is scary. It's intimidating. But it's a different form of divine.
And it's not evil.
And he misunderstood. And neither one of us expected this. A lot of my other soul sisters have stepped into this similar energy as well. And I think it took us all a little by surprise. And so I am going to call Kali into this space now. So I call in Kali, goddess of destruction, time, creation, and of power. Kali is not afraid of her force, and she is the embodiment of Shakti energy, the feminine force. We are not afraid to face our deepest, darkest fears. We do not ask permission to exist or take up space.
Yes.
We know that there is a dark to the light, and that destruction is necessary for new growth. We are in a tower moment at this time, and that tower falling and coming away allows for new unconditional love, healing energy to come in. Kali is both a creator and a destroyer. She embodies both forces in balance. So I open up this space and invite in her sacred rage, and I honor the anger, the pain, the sorrow, the darkness. I take my light into the underworld and I shine it on the shadows of humanity. May we all shine our light to look at our shadows now and destroy them with love and bring in new life. So it is.
Amen. Jesus. This space is lit, y'all. Fuck. I don't even know what I just need to tap something, cause Jesus. Okay. I hope y'all feel the motherfucking love in here. I hope that tonight our intention is for you to see the reality of the micro and the macro of what is going on right now. And honestly honoring. Like, I'm so thankful that my intuition and my soul knew that my soul sister, Kara, whether I agreed or disagreed with her, because of the love that I had for her, because of the bond that we share in unconditional love, I don't know, I guess would you say we disagreed, but we had a clash. We had what would you say that is between us? What happened?
I don't even know. I think there was a lot that occurred that we didn't even realize was happening at that moment.
That's how I feel too. It was like an unconscious battle of ego for a second is how it felt.
It was, and it was a triggering and a clash. We were clashing with our ideals, I feel. We were also not hearing each other clearly because we were in our own, the
Judgment.
things that have occurred in the world, first with COVID and then with the murder of George Floyd, I think everyone in the world has been triggered in some way.
Yes.
And so in me, it caused me and pushed me into this feminine, sacred rage energy.
And
because it was so overwhelming, I stepped in and I just dove headlong into it, and all I could see was injustice and unfairness. And so it was hard because we came from a similar place of love, but we were on two sides of a coin, not seeing or even understanding what the other was trying to say. And there was I don't even want to say it was a disagreement though.
But it was almost like an energetic rejection because of my conditioning, because of my programming, and because of the filter that the ego put over my vision. I was not able to hear. I was not able to see. I only saw what my ego allowed me to see. So when Kara went into that energy, I didn't know how to accept it. And honestly, it was almost like my energy automatically rejected it because I did not understand. And you know, it's not like her and I argued. We didn't get into anything like that, but we felt, well, on my side, you know, I didn't know I couldn't understand the rage part, right? And, you know, I was talking to Kara last night and I told her what allowed me to see the truth and what allowed me to honor the energy that she's in. And honestly, like it's necessary, it's essential, and I can see that now. But last night I told her that the reason I believe I was able to see was because I released the judgment. But if I'm being completely honest, you know, there was me judging her in the beginning. I was, you know, looking at her post and misunderstanding her and judging her and not understanding how she was showing up. And that triggered me. But here's the thing, you guys. When we are triggered, it is absolutely fucking impossible to look at anything objectively, because when we are triggered, it is because of a personal attachment to something. Emotional attachment. It's personal. When you're triggered, it's personal. So there's no way to see outside of, you know, that filter when you are triggered. I couldn't see anything objectively, but it was just like my soul was calling me and saying, like, I could just hear in my mind, like, you can trust Kara. Like, you know that you can trust her. You know, it was almost like I was drawn to step into that space. I don't know. How did we explain it last night?
So, for me, a lot of what occurred was on such an energetic level.
Yeah.
As soon as this, and there was no argument, it wasn't a fight, it was just a comment. And then, of course, I was on a rampage of posting. Like, I'm not going to try and pretend I wasn't. But the way that I was showing up, this one simple exchange, and we both immediately felt this energetic rift between us.
Mm-hmm.
And it caused us both to kind of spiral a little bit, but also we went inside ourselves. We sought counsel, at least I did.
Mm-hmm.
And
Me
then
too.
we went inside ourselves and we did a lot of soul searching on a personal level. And I was able to, through my counsel, with, you know, Haven and I had a wonderful conversation. You know, my soul sister Cynthia and Michelle, we discussed some things that we were feeling, and what are we saying? What are we doing? We examined our behavior too, and then are we saying things in a way that's not digestible? Are we planting seeds, or are we just being pithy?
Mm-hmm.
And for us, it was more. It wasn't just being pithy. This was a deep pain that we picked up on, and it sparked this flame within us, and we became this dark phoenix energy. But being able to discuss it
Mm-hmm.
and really examine ourselves, gave us some perspective. Plus, we decided to, I know I did, look at the perspective of others. What are they feeling? They're also triggered. So how do we make space for everyone's emotions from different ends of the spectrum and remain respectful, but also take no shit?
Yep. Be authentic. And
So
go ahead.
between you and I, it's not about a taking no shit stance in that sense, because there is that unconditional love. You show up how you need to, and that is understood. And so I think a lot of us were surprised by the energies that were brought up from this. This is a collective shadow work. This is a collective tower moment. The whole world is on fire. And it's a very scary, intimidating place to be.
And I remember, and maybe some of you can relate to this. I remember when I was looking at Facebook and I was looking, at what my tribe was saying. And when the judgment came in, the thing is, y'all, I didn't even know that I was judging. I didn't even know. It was just a conditioned reaction. That's the thing, is I was reacting. I was not responding. And I just remember looking through Facebook and it went from me just kind of looking at it. And then I got angry. I was angry because I felt a separation between us. I felt like my tribe, my soul sister might walk away from me. She might leave me because we don't have the same perspective. And that triggered something in me. And I cried about it because I was like, that was a wound for me. I've never been able to have friends that didn't fuck me over or leave or bail on me. And so that was triggered within me when all this was going down. And I was upset because I thought that I was going to lose my fucking tribe. But the thing is, y'all, the separation was coming from myself. It's not, sometimes we look at things and we think that people are doing something wrong, or they're not looking at things from the right way, and we are the ones that create that separation. We think that we're feeling other people's energy, when in reality, 99% of the time, you are feeling your own energy. And I had to accept that. I had to look at myself and say, what is the separation? And why am I creating it? And it didn't work for me. So I had to surrender that. I had to be like, look, Spirit, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but all I know is this is my motherfucking sister, and I know that I can talk to her. I know that I can be authentic, and I know that everything is happening for a reason. And I just kind of me and Kara both just kind of, it didn't even we didn't even really have to think about it. It's just we were drawn back together. It's we felt kind of this separation energy, but for me, it was coming from within myself, and I had to take a look at myself and my judgment and my conditionings and the filter that I was putting over my eyes when I looked at my sister, right? And I feel like some of you have to be dealing with that too, and it's on top of everything going on, and then you feel like your tribe is moving away from you, and then that hurts too. But what we got to realize is we got to pay attention to the story that we are telling ourselves. What story are you telling? And if that story hurts you, if that story causes you pain, then 99% of the time when you're in pain by the story and the narrative that is going on in your head and the projection and the way that you are looking at other people, perceiving the situation that you're in, 99% of the time, shit, what was I going to say? Hold on. Shit, I forgot.
If it's a painful story, then it's a story that you need to let go.
If it's painful, that's right. If the narrative and the shit and the way you're perceiving everything just breaks you inside and causes that separation, that discomfort, then it's not in alignment with the truth. God damn, I could not get that out. Sorry, y'all. Listen, there's a lot of energy coming through. I'm trying to stay focused, but it's kind of difficult, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But yes, 99% of the time, if the story that you're telling yourself causes you pain, then it's not in alignment with the truth, and you have to seek a higher perspective. But you have to be willing to surrender your judgments. You have to be willing to surrender, I'm right, you're wrong. I know this is how it should be done. You're not doing it right. You have to be able to surrender that to come back together. Carrie, you want to add anything to that?
For me, it was very important to remember, and I sat down and did a reading because it took me almost a week to really process what exactly was going on, what was I feeling, was I out of line, was I too much? And so that was my trigger, because I've always been someone who's kind of been misunderstood and been on the fringes and wasn't sure of myself, so I wouldn't always use my voice. I'm very opinionated, which I'm sure it shocks everyone so much. And so there was a time I didn't use my voice. I didn't understand what I was thinking or feeling, or I was afraid of the risk that could happen. But what we don't understand is by being open and authentic the way that Brooke and I are sharing this experience with you, is that we can learn how to mend our relationships. Sometimes what we have we have these cognitive distortions that come in, and it turns into a black and white issue, or it turns into something where it's us against them.
Yep.
And we need to take this time to step back and say, is this really what's going on? Is this the truth, or is my ego lying to me to keep me separated from my sisters, from my brothers, from the love of the Creator? It's very intimidating to have this intense dark energy descend down upon everyone. We are also used to being told, this misinformation that everything should be love and light. But much like when we do the inner work, when we heal ourselves, it gets gritty and it gets dark and it gets messy and sloppy. And this is exactly where we are, not just on a personal level, like Brooke said. We have the micro and the macro. So we have this on a global level, and it started months ago, and we're so in this charged state of energy with these massive swings up and down and all the planetary astrological stuff that's going on that we can't even get into that, because I'm not an astrologer anyway, but there is so much of that going on top of the personal pain that this is bringing out for everyone. But remaining teachable was very important for me. So I had to realize what I was seeing, and the fact that then instead of doing what a lot of us have done in the past and just carrying that energy with us and letting it go and just kind of sweeping that feeling under the rug, we confronted it. We said, this is how I was feeling. These are difficult conversations to have. They're uncomfortable conversations to have. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. If you're comfortable, you're not growing.
Amen.
And we don't have to grow 24/7, 365 days a year. We get days off sometimes. But this process never stops. We never reach a point of arrival where we are transcendent of our humanity. If we're here on this planet and we're still alive and we haven't transitioned over, then we still have work to do on ourselves, but also with our friends and our family and as a collective. That's never going to stop. That's what we're here for. We are here to have these human experiences, and we can't pretend otherwise, because then we're taking the whole point of being here away. Most of us want the planet, the ship, to come and pick us up and take us home because we're done. But the fact of the matter is we're not done. We have a lot of work to do here, and our mission is different, and it evolved. It has for me. I had no idea that I was going to become this loudmouth. I mean, I'm always kind of a loudmouth, but I didn't know I was going to step into this space where I lack fear. The Kali energy was strong. Let me tell you what. I was like, is this a bad thing? And it's not. It's not a good or bad thing. It's darkness, and that dark divine feminine isn't a bad place. It's just a different look. Persephone descends into the underworld. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. So we need this balance. We need this contrast feel like we are now solidified in our relationship, and I can trust her with anything.
Yes, exactly. And
She opened herself up to my energy, even though it was a little bit uncomfortable and intimidating to me and to her, to say, oh my God, I made a mistake. I don't know what's going on. So, like, I am honored. And one thing I do want to I wanted to say is that the day that this occurred, the actual day that this occurred, we both felt very compelled to text each other and say, I just need you to understand, I love you. I am honored to live this life with you and to walk with you in this journey. And then we had to go process.
And it's so funny because there was so much that was unsaid, but it was so loud, you know, at the same time. But what I love is because of the love that we have for each other, it wasn't like, I need to react and I need to come at you. It was like, actually, I'm going to take a look at this. I'm just going to wait and see how I feel. Am I triggered? What's coming up for me? What story am I telling? And I'm really glad that somehow, I swear, Spirit is fucking amazing, because I don't even know. Like, I just remember it was almost like I was watching myself. And I remember talking to Danny about, like, the post and everything that was going on. I was trying to understand. And I remember, you know, getting triggered and angry. And I remember just, like, hearing myself talk about my sister in a way that didn't resonate with me. And that was my red flag. And I don't judge myself for that, because it had to come up so I could see it. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I've learned recently, is you just have to bring things to the surface. And sometimes you might need to take some space. Sometimes people are going to misunderstand you, but if you are standing in your truth and you're trying to, you know, honor each other and the different missions that we have, things are going to come back together if they're supposed to, you know? And one thing I kind of want to talk about is, I remember I was in Nick and Dove's live yesterday, and there was this girl, and I just want to invite you guys to not go into shame and guilt. If you want to purge, if you want to rage, if you want to do energetic killing in the spiritual realm, whatever you want to do, just don't go into shame and guilt because someone else feels like you should show up a different way. There's going to be so many different stories, you guys. There's stories that says that George was a criminal, and there's stories that say, there's so many different stories, you guys. But here's the thing. You have to decide what resonates with you. That's it. That's the only way. And I feel like one thing that was really essential and allowed Kara and I to step into the space together was our love for ourselves. I can't even imagine, you guys. I can't even imagine how people feel that don't have self-love. I don't know how they would even attempt to step into the space that Kara and I stepped into, because without that self-love, I can't love another. You know, without accepting my own truths, I can't, you know, even begin to see someone else's truth and understand it. One thing that Spirit asked me to do, which I didn't really like doing, but I honor it, they got me to, you know, get into a meditative state and put myself in other people's shoes and see how it fucking feels. You know, and even though I did that, and some of the things, I felt angry in some people's shoes. I felt unheard in some people's shoes. I felt deceived in some people's shoes. I felt grief and a lot of pain and sadness in some people's shoes. And it was hard to sit in those different energies. But I'm glad that Spirit allowed me to do that, because I was able, even though, you know, I'll never really know, because I'm not, you know, I can't physically know how someone experiences their life and the things that they go through. But I do feel like it is possible to tap into how other people feel and the emotions that come up for them and the thoughts that come up for them, the narratives that come up for them. You can tap into that energy. And it was hard to tap into that energy, but at the same time, it did allow me It allowed me to find compassion for even the things that I didn't understand or agree with. I still had compassion for it. I still honored it because it is absolutely fucking essential that everybody show up in the way that they're showing up. So if any of you in the chat, if people, maybe your friends are all about protesting and like you don't know your position yet, you don't know what to say, you don't know how you feel, don't go into shame and guilt because someone else tells you that you need to show up a certain way, or you need to protest, or you need to speak your voice, or that silence is violence. You gotta find your fucking place, and you gotta be willing to stand up for yourself and your own personal truth. And here's the thing, y'all. Sometimes when we speak our truth, we have to eat our own fucking words because we're not right. We fuck up, we make mistakes, and that is okay. If we can learn to bring things to the surface, allow our ego to really show itself so that we can see how we perceive life, when we allow that to come up, that's the only way to transmute it and to change it. And don't go into shame and guilt because you said something and it was wrong and you made a mistake. Just honor that shit and be like, yeah, I fucked up. I probably shouldn't have said that. That was really, a fucked up way for me to perceive this person or how they're choosing to show up. And like, whatever. It's okay. It is okay. Do not go into shame and guilt. And the only other message that Spirit keeps reminding me of is be aware of the energy that you do tap into. Be aware of the energy that you're around and the energy that is influencing you, because whether it is a video on Facebook, a post on Facebook, if you're literally physically in a protest with people, you are tapping into that energy. You are. And I just feel like Spirit wants you to just make sure you are aware of the energy that you're tapping into, because sometimes the rabbit hole that you jump into, you might not be strong enough to pull yourself out. And that's just for some people, Some people don't have the mental capacity to be in that space. Some people don't have the emotional capacity to be in that space, and that is okay too, and their place is essential, What you think, babe? You wanna hear some of the comments people are posting? Cause you can't see them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, unless I can if I switch over to the YouTube screen. Because I'm on my cell phone, guys. So.
Oh, okay.
And
So Ella Trick said, when you understand you create the story and it's time to change it, just getting over the self-hate for knowing it was you, most if not all the time, is such a hard process to get through. Amen, girl. Okay, come on in the chat. Come on in the damn Zoom room.
Say about that is that, and during the last portion of my awakening, I was so upset over the feelings that I had that triggered this whole awakening. That was brilliant. In retrospect, I'm super grateful for all that came up. And that's what we have to remember is, it's okay no matter what. So release that self-judgment. Show yourself the same grace that you would show a fellow sister or brother in spirit. If you wouldn't say what you say to yourself to a friend, then try not to say it to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Again, try and avoid that. When we take in this energy too, it's okay to get into that space. It's also important to not get stuck there.
Yep.
To get ourselves back out. Sometimes we have to step into those spaces, but releasing that self-judgment is critical to just observing what you are feeling in the moment and allowing it to be what it is. And by doing so, you create a little bit of a separation between you and this emotion. You do not become emotion, and then it can just sort of move through you. And it's not permanent. When we get too much into it and we say, I am anxious or I am sad, then we tend to step into that space and we own it to the point where we can get stuck there and it feels like it's going to be forever. When we say, I am feeling sad, those simple change of words make it less of you and more of just this thing that is here that you feel that is passing by.
Yes, it's like Bernadette teaches us, it's just an event. Take all of the emotion out of it, because the emotion is what's feeding the story that you don't want to be a part of, the narrative that you don't want to be a part of, And that is one of the best things she ever taught me, because I was bad for, like, when negative emotions came up, I took them so fucking personal. Like, oh, and I beat myself up, and I'm just so glad that, I still take some of my emotions personal, but I'm learning, right? But one thing that really did help me, you guys, is taking all the fucking emotion out of it, and it's just an event. It's just something that happened, Cynthia said, I fucking love y'all. I fucking love you, Cynthia. Untitled Tara said, the truth is a lion. You don't need to defend it. Let it loose and it will defend itself. St. Augustine. Michelle P, so beautiful. I feel that so fully, Brooke. Good, Michelle. Michelle said, we all have our place and voices. Yes. Danny said, fuck the lit. Do what?
Or sounds different. Everyone's voice sounds different. Everyone has to play a different part in whatever change we need. Like in your own life, even. Sometimes I need to be a narrator and tell my story. Other times I need to listen. I'm working on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Other times I need to be a warrior. Yep. And that's the thing. I own, and part of my own shadow work is acknowledging the things that I used to feel shame for.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't need to change for those things. It's part of who I am. When we try to push away this shadow aspect of ourselves, we forget that there is a positive shadow too. That shadow part of us has a positive aspect. So my forgetfulness has, I guess, my ADHD and my motor mouth actually has a positive side to it. People listen to me. I can entertain. I can share my story. There's a positive side to it. So when you try to suppress these things that come out, you might be suppressing the negativity that you see, but then you're also keeping the positive from coming out. And so becoming a whole person allows us to, accept the light and the dark that we are. Just like Brooke is the light and I am the dark. We are not good or bad or better or worse. We just are what we are. And that's the thing about Kali energy is she embraces the energy of the feminine in that we just exist. We just be. Don't do, don't try, just be. And you don't have to be sorry for it. You don't need to apologize for taking up space at all.
And you want to talk about... Sorry.
No,
I was feeling that. And you want to talk about power, you guys? You want to talk about co-creating? You want to talk about changing this ugly fucking world into something that we actually enjoy, that is of love? These two energies that we're embodying, Kara and I, the ability to bring those two energies together, you're talking about power, that is the purpose that we're all looking for. The injustice that's happening is discrimination, is judgment. So we have to caution ourselves and see, where are we discriminating? Where are we judging? And usually it's because we're judging ourselves. It's because we're discriminating ourselves. It's because of a condition or a program that we have of ourselves, and that makes us look at other people a certain way. So if discrimination and judgment is what we're trying to overcome, then we individually have to embrace those uncomfortable moments when we are judging, when we are discriminating against each other, and just kind of like open a space to create something new. I've never done this before, but it feels so fucking good, and that tells me that we are in alignment and we are serving, we are in mission, and we are fucking this shit up together, you guys. Co-creating together. That is power. I wanted to comment on something because let me tell y'all, I can't believe that y'all said it, and I'm so glad that you did. But I have literally felt like I have been withdrawing or something, like sweating so bad. Somebody said it in the chat, a couple people. I know Cynthia did, and maybe Sheila. But y'all were saying
I,
that like you've been sweating or like getting really hot, and the same thing has been happening to me, y'all. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Do you know what that is, Kara? I have no idea, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
it's the energy flowing through us is what it is.
Which is
If
good.
whenever I tap in, like when I do my lives too, or whenever I do Reiki, have you ever had your hands warm up and you can feel the energy buzzing?
That's true,
So for
yeah.
whatever reason, when it connects with all of us, or even just one of you guys, and we connect our spaces together, I start to get hot. My armpits sweat like crazy. That's why I'm always talking about it and laughing, because it's like I wear hippie deodorant, so I can feel it, and I'm like, listen, I'm sweaty, and like then my face burns. Sometimes I get really, really nauseous, or we get headaches.
Yes, I've been nauseous too. Nauseous and sweating, but like I do get hot when I'm reading or something, but just like randomly through the day, that's a little different for me.
Yeah, like it's and it's that's why we do have to that's why we have to clear our energy on a regular basis. We have to be mindful. When we make these connections, we have to release the energy that we exchange and call our energy back to us when we finish these things, because if not, you can actually end up accidentally draining yourself. Like when I do my lives, when I first come on, usually I'm super hot. There's times when I've actually had to like sit in a tank top and like
Me too.
fan myself.
Fuck it.
Because I start getting super hot, and then usually once you get that energy out and it flows, it starts to level off, and then I cool down and I come back down. But I mean, it's like the energy's up here, and it's a great, wonderful exchange, because we are activating each other. We are activating parts of ourselves. We're experiencing each other in our purest form, through our bodies, with sharing these spaces and doing these things. I've never experienced anything quite so amazing in all my life.
Me either. This shit is wild, y'all. This shit is wild. It's so much fun though once you embrace that uncharted territory that is so intimidating. Once you just step into it, it's like, oh, okay, I can fuck with this. I can do this. I can work with this energy. But thank y'all in the chat. I'm so glad that y'all confirmed that for me, and I'm not alone on that. The nauseous and the fucking getting hot and burning up hot. Like, I'm so glad that I'm not the only one, because it was really just like bringing me down, because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand it. So I'm glad that y'all confirmed that for me. Do you want to hear a couple more of the comments? And then I'm really excited to light these candles, y'all, okay? They are like, I'm ready. Ella Trick said, just posted about not coming from a place of shame or guilt, because it doesn't feel like it actually contributes to the energy in a helpful manner. You gotta actually want it. David said, have to search for the story, how it was created. Sounds interesting. I never knew there were stories behind prayers are created. Untitled Tara said, hell yes. Okay. Sheila said, damn, faux show. Untitled Tarot, absolutely. I was doing collective spreads on Twitter for a while. It's gotten so combative and intense over there, I've had to step out to preserve my energy. Understand that. Danny said,
oh yeah,
it's not called upon you to do anything in a weakened state. Allow others to stand and rise on your behalf. That's beautiful, baby.
that is beautiful.
Sheila said, thank you, dearest soul brother. Beautiful, Danny. Danny said, no shame in holding space and honoring yourself rather than stepping into guilt and shame because you want to do something, but your energy is just not there to engage. Yes.
That's one of my biggest lessons, man, especially as a mom. Like, some days, I started doing, at one point I was doing daily readings for my YouTube channel, and it was honestly, it was just too much to sit down and do a 20-minute collective reading every single day, and then try to manage a 4-year-old with autism, and then my own self and my parents on top of that. anymore.
Yep.
You know, it's okay. You know, it's just okay, and we're all learning. There is no manual to humanity.
Exactly. Danny and I were talking about that too. He was telling me today, he was like, Brooke, like you just gotta, you know, just allow it. Don't judge it, like just allow things to be. And even when you have negative thought forms coming through, or you're telling a negative story, or you're just in a lower vibrational energy where you can't see the positive, you can't see the light side. I experienced that today. And it was like, you know, Danny tried to help, like, pull me out of it, but the energy's heavy, you guys. And I'm just, you know, I honor having a Soul Vibe tribe and Danny to kind of, you know, help me when I am in that lower vibration.
Sometimes you need to be there because there's something there that you have to learn. And I had to come to terms with that. You know, I did fall for the trap of trying to be positive all the time and denying any negative feelings. And I tried that. You know, and it's important for people to understand that when we come from these places, it's because we've been through, we understand it, and everyone has their own path about it. I was like, what's going on over there?
Sorry.
It's okay to step into those spaces sometimes because all of that is teaching us something. There's something there for us to learn from it. And so, you know, there's so much going on in the world on a global scale, on a national scale, in your hometown, and then within ourselves. It's all this giant mirror right now. And we're teaching everybody just how to get through this thing. Like, in the infamous words of Prince, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to try to get through this thing called life. Amen.
Amen. And you know what, you guys? Something I want you guys to be aware of, because, listen, y'all, I'm telling you, Spirit sat me the fuck down today. Like, and here's the thing. I want you guys to be aware of the victim mentality, because it is so easy to slip into victim mentality and we don't even know we're victimizing ourselves. We're the victim, you know, no matter what we do, this, and this, and I'm in a lower vibrational energy and I'm doing all my tricks and it's not helping and I'm a victim. Oh my God. So here's something I thought about today. Instead of, you know, sometimes I would be in a lower vibrational energy and I'd be like, you know, Spirit put me here for a reason. But then it would make me feel like something outside of myself was placing me in the experience that I'm having. But I create my reality and I'm the one that put myself there. So why did I put myself in that energy? What am I trying to tell myself? What am I trying to get myself to look at? And taking responsibility for the experience that we created. And let me tell y'all, when you're in that victim mentality, it's hard, but sometimes you just got to be like, I feel like a fucking victim, you know? Be honest with yourself and take responsibility, you know, for what you've created and how you feel. Just saying. Be cautious of the victim mentality, because it'll sneak up on you. It'll get you. Just saying. Can we light some candles now?
Let's do it.
Yay!
Set these intentions and release and call in.
Do you wanna say anything as I light them?
Sure, would you like me to?
Yeah, which one you want to start with?
Purple.
Purple? Purple it is, you guys. Okay. Ready?
I would like to take a deep breath with everyone. Set the intention to release the self-judgment, the judgment of others, the self-doubt, and all ego stories that we tell ourselves. I would like to release the lower vibrations that we carry with us that no longer serve us. I would like to release any hatred,
Yes.
doubt, anger, sorrow, fear, and sever any ties with any energy that no longer serves or is here to teach us or give us purpose.
Amen. Yes, with this candle, that is our intention. Spirit, light it the fuck up. And the white one, Kara. Ready for it?
Yep. We light this candle in honor of the life of George Floyd, in honor of the sacred duty that he played for all humanity.
Yes.
To light up our shadow and to help heal the hearts of his family and all of those who loved him and all of those who have bear witness to his passing. We would like to call in collective healing energy to soothe and raise up anyone who is hurting in a space of fear, in a space of lack of safety, and call in protection for them as well.
Yes.
We would like you to hold us in your divine, healing, loving light. We honor the sacrifice that was made on all of our behalf.
Mm-hmm.
That's some.
Thank you, Kara. Just want to show you guys our candle for tonight. And the little holder that it's got. A big ass candle, y'all. Lord have mercy. Let me put it down. And our purple candle. This is for all of us tonight, you guys. Symbol of us coming together with the same intention to release judgment. Beautiful, beautiful. I feel so much peace after lighting those. It feels really good. Thank you, Kara. Aaron, nausea was insane the other day. I am so glad I'm not the only one. I thought I was dying or something, y'all. I just didn't know. I didn't know. So now that we got the candles lit, Kara has, helped us with setting the intention for tonight. And I ask you guys to just step into the space and embrace it and fuel our intention together as one to co-create peace, love, justice. And we also have a rope here tonight. And this is to symbolize, for whatever reason, Spirit keeps saying in my ear with this rope, to release the past. To release our ties to the past, whether it is this life or another life, to, what is the word? To revoke any vows of suffering, you guys, because we don't realize how powerful our words are. Our words create curses. Our words create vows of suffering that we don't even realize that we are accepting, okay? And this is just a symbol of releasing all of the cords, the hooks, the energetic attachments from this life or any other life, any time is an illusion, but any space where we may have taken any vows of suffering. And we're just gonna cut this in symbolizing that. And as I cut it, you can just visualize any ties or any negative lower vibrational, whether it's a thought, an emotion, a vow of suffering, a curse that you've placed upon yourself or others, just being able to finally cut that cord. We talk about the new earth, and that's what we're creating tonight together, which is fucking awesome and fun. Kara, are we ready to cut?
We are.
Okay.
You want me to say something, or you just want to cut it?
No, you got it. You got it. Can y'all see this at all?
Here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Now we sever any ties to vows of suffering we have made towards ourselves or anyone else. We release the energy and cut the cord from our suffering from yours.
Yes. We declare our sovereignty upon ourselves. Ooh, I feel one more. And this is for all of you guys, for all of us. If you accept this, the angels, archangels, past loved ones, they're all here to assist us in cutting these cords from our past. Finally relinquishing control and stepping into our sovereignty and creating a world that we actually want to be a part of, y'all. You feel me?
Yeah.
One more. Boom. Okay. I feel something in my back. Like a tug on my back when I was doing that. Oof. I felt good, you guys. Beautiful ritual. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And I love you all. Thank you for being here with us in this space. Cold chills from spirit rushing over me. Yes. Ella Trick said getting sweaty again. Haha. Me too, girl. I am just sweating to death over here.
I feel lighter. I feel a release.
I honestly,
of tension.
Me too. I feel like I could throw up right now though. That purge.
I've been there.
And you know, I don't know if you guys know this, so just in case you don't, sometimes when we are releasing those vows of suffering and energetic ties that are not of our highest good, sometimes when we're purging those things, we gotta throw up. Sometimes we gotta get the cold sweats, apparently. You know, sometimes we gotta go outside and hug a tree. Sometimes we gotta go outside and punch a tree, you know, and it's all okay. And just allow yourself to do that, even if it's uncomfortable, and it is uncomfortable, obviously, if you're throwing up or something, but the purge after that, it's so worth it, you know? And that's really, I feel like, what Kara and I are here to be an example of. That if you step into that uncharted territory in faith, with courage, with love for yourself and your personal truth, anything is possible, you guys. Anything.
Yeah.
I feel good, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I feel good right now. I mean, I'm hot and sweaty, but... What?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you want me to flip any cards?
Yes, that would be awesome. Which ones are you gonna use?
Pardon?
Which ones are you gonna use?
I feel like the Keepers of the Light.
Yeah? Okay. So,
I originally wanted some Angels of Abundance, but then at the last minute,
yeah?
because these have all ascended masters and gods and goddesses in here, and they don't mess around. This is a very powerful deck, and you guys know I use this deck a lot. And when I was going through I was questioning myself. Earlier this week, last Sunday, I was questioning myself. I was questioning my motives. And I pulled the cards, and Kali came right out first. She was there with so many other wonderful, divine order. I'm trying to remember all of the incredible cards I got. I got Divine Alchemy came out as well, which is part of what we're doing. And by transmuting, that's part of why we're here. So I feel like there are messages in this deck for us. You'll have to forgive me. I'm sitting on my bed right now. It's actually my boyfriend.
Babe's bed.
I'm over at Schreiber's house, and I want to give him a big, wonderful, beautiful shout out that I love you.
Yeah.
And he's in the other room being so kind as to watch my son Lachlan so that I can be here with you. And hopefully he's in the chat room somewhere. I can't see it, so I'm just hoping he's here. I want to give shout out because he supports the shit out of me, and I love it.
Yes. And I honor you so much for supporting my motherfucking sister, for giving her love, for snuggling her and kissing her and making her happy and laugh. Like, I'm just very grateful. And I love seeing y'all's connection and relationship. And I wish you guys all of the best in the world and love.
I did, yeah.
So,
You know, it's wonderful.
do what?
It's wonderful. So I'm excited, you know, for, you know, our story, and it's wonderful to step into that with someone and have a journey, you know. People know part of my story. It's pretty intense, and I didn't meet my person until I did the work, and they tell you that that's how it goes, and I'm here to tell you that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Do the work, you know.
And I don't know what happened with me and Danny. I guess Spirit just trying to fuck me up. So, no, I'm just kidding. But for real. So Kara, you're gonna pull some cards, and I have a card for tonight that is me and Kara kind of looked over before we got on, and it's just perfect, you guys. It's fucking perfect. And it reminds me, actually, Erin in the chat, she took a picture of the moon, and it actually does have that pink color to it, and I don't really understand how, but I like it because pink's my favorite color. So this card, this is from the Moonology deck, you guys. Danny actually got the intuitive hit for me to pull it out. And it says, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. And I'm going to read what it says while Kara is getting her spread ready. So, full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. Are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma? Fretting over minute? Okay, I don't know that word. Can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you, and that is exactly the energy that Kara and I experienced together. So it says, attune to the moon. Take time out for a mini break or adventure. Additional meanings for this card. This situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident without being overconfident to win the day. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too fucking much. The teaching. The full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big, wide world to see beyond our own backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. Can't make this shit up, y'all. It's about big ideas versus the details. I'm going to say that again. It's about big ideas versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. Oh, that was fucking beautiful. Okay, I don't know who wrote this book, but they got it together. Full moon in Sagittarius, y'all. Beautiful. Sister. By the way, you guys, I already told Diana. Yeah, you're still in here, ain't you? Yeah. This book right here, The Lightworker Source, y'all, it's literally like $18 Canadian. So it's like $15, y'all, for this book. The Lightworker Source is the perfect name for this book. There is so much in this book, y'all. I have literally began to bring it in my purse because there are times where I just flip through. And that's what I love to do. I love to go to my books and I'm like, Spirit, guide me to what you want me to see. And she's got so many tools in here for the light worker's journey and awakening. And I highly suggest this fucking book right here. This book has become one of my best friends. It has taught me so much. This is also where they have the invocations for like the archangels and the ascended masters, and I can't even begin to tell y'all everything that's in this book. And look how small it is, but it's so... I'm done. That's my... This is like my Bible right now, you guys. For real. Love that book. Really glad Danny gave it to me.
So, how interesting is that? So I'm just going to take that because it's already out. That's super weird. Oh, that's a book. I don't understand that. Okay. So I pulled from 3 different decks because you know how I roll. Being a Libra, I'm indecisive. But the things that came out for us regarding what's going on with us in our hearts and our minds is, first of all, higher learning. We have a lot of us have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. So educate yourself on not only what it is that you are feeling, but what is going on in the world right now. Knowledge is power for us at this time.
Yes.
Also have observation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So whatever it is that you are guided to do at this time, that is, however it is for you, that's fine. But we also have, and this is a little nod of spirit for myself. I love how these things work. Like, hey Karen, don't forget, experiencing grace. So share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you, and that is like exactly what I learned this last week, is to temper that sacred rage energy that I have been gifted with the energy of grace. Okay? Because too sharp a tongue will shut people down, and I would like to keep the dialogue open. Some people I know, you know intuitively, some people you just can't share ideas with. They're too deeply rooted in their own stories, so you just have to let that go. We also have the voice of truth.
Wow.
What does your truth look like? And it's so funny because I was surprised I didn't get this last Sunday when I did the reading for myself. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth.
A fucking man.
I can't make this up, okay? Like, this is how it works. We also have a lot of downloads and understanding of things that are coming through right now. We have Lady Venus.
Ooh.
Interesting that she's in right now as well. Truth is being revealed. These insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So that also goes along with this higher learning, right? So let's harness that energy and let's educate ourselves on the issues that are at hand right now, because that is, especially on how to get through this. I mean, nobody really knows how to navigate something like this, but, we're here. We have no choice. It's time to step forward. You don't have to be a warrior. You don't have to be a healer. There's all different things that you can do, and learning is one of those things. We also have call to action, and just what I was saying is take charge, lead by example.
There you go.
And walk your talk. So are you practicing what you preach? Are you in alignment with your words? If you're not, ask yourself, what does that mean? What does that look like? We feel when we are not living in alignment with our truth, or you feel that in your body. So if something isn't resonating or isn't jiving or hitting the right, it's not connecting somehow, ask yourself why. Go within yourself and find out what that means. That's part of this educational process, this learning process that we're in. The world is changing around us right now. things are never going to be the same, and it is very important to surrender to that power and let it fall. Let that destruction in, because destruction is not always bad.
Mm-hmm.
It is, we always, when the tower card comes out, man, we want to freak out. We're like, oh, and we want to try and resist it. But the longer we resist that falling of the tower, the more painful and the more shocking it's going to be. We also have expect miracles. Y'all, the Holy Spirit showed up. I cannot make this up.
Yes.
The Holy Spirit is with us. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally, and Spirit has your back. We also have the power of prayer came through with the Angels of Abundance card. You know, give the situation to God for uplifting and healing. Be open to miracles, heaven's unlimited resources. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance that God gives you in response to those prayers, which is that call to action, but also expect miracles. Unlimited ideas. Take divinely guided chance. I mean, seriously, I can't make this up. These are two different sets. Visualize abundance in all forms, and I knew this one was going to come out, which is why I wanted to use this deck, is because we want to visualize that world that we want. We are here in this space right now co-creating with each other through prayer and through energy exchange. We want to create a new earth, and we are. That's what this is about. Envision what you want that world to look like, and it starts with you.
Yes.
But we also got super fast as I can move. Every journey begins with a single step. I don't know if there's a very, glossy card.
That's pretty.
But then we also got stock of the new. And what's weird about this card that just came out is that it was just sitting on the bed. I don't know how it came out of the deck, if it fell out or what, but it was literally sitting there. So I took it. I just got this the other day. And it was really kind of what's exactly going on right now. What wild, unconventional voice is calling to you? Can you hear it? It is so different and unusual. It might be hard to decipher, like hearing an unfamiliar language for the first time. It might be hard to discern with great clarity now, but there is an affinity between you and this strangely beautiful newness seeking to manifest. This oracle says there is a stirring at the deepest levels within you. Something new will break through, and process of this birth may be a shock to you. The shock will transform into great joy and the sense of tremendous liberation. But you must bear the strangeness first, these uncomfortable conversations.
Yep.
The strangest might be something that rattles your beliefs about yourself and your world.
Mm-hmm.
Daring you to become more yourself, your voice of truth, more open to where life is leading you, and more willing to be the unique sacred art being crafted by the hand of the universal creator. Don't be nervous if the rumble of change turns into a mighty roar that rocks bursts forth a novel idea and changes things in a way that is out of your control.
Yep.
This is life happening.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe, fall into it. The oracle of the shock of the new comes to you saying the old way is on its way out. You are being invited, dragged, nurtured, and coerced into the new. You are about to encounter, but you can handle it. Sorry, by the way, you can handle it. This oracle brings you guidance. You are about to encounter something new and different in your life, and this is helpful. Don't reject it, no matter how small or insignificant, or how powerful and life-changing it may seem to you. You are being asked to dispense with your reliance on the
Mm-hmm.
And what have been your tools to navigate that life? You have outgrown your method. You will have to fly by the seat of your pants, so to speak. As you experiment with new ways of life, life will show you the way. It's time. It's happening, and there's nothing we can do to stop it, so get on board.
I'm fucking...
Because change is
Dude, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I mean, she hit every single thing. Look, the funny thing is, y'all, as this girl is reading, I'm looking at my cards and I'm like, okay, I got that message, Spirit. And then she fucking says it. And I'm like, wow, okay. And I know that, like, I can't prove that to you guys, but, like, for real, like, I was looking at my cards and getting these messages from Spirit, and then I'm hearing her say them as I get the fucking messages, and it's beautiful. But I think the most important thing, you guys, that we have to remember is the relationship with ourself dictates the relationship that we have with other people. The judgments we place upon ourselves, the conditions, the expectations we place upon ourselves, all of that, you guys. It starts from within. That's the only way. The only way to conquer and create the world that we all are in mission to create is to create that world inside of ourselves, and that is the only fucking way. It doesn't matter what we do on a 3D level. We have to do it inside. There's no other way. As above, so below. As within, so without. Those are expressions and sayings for a reason, and it's the only way. So I got... Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? We got to build a relationship with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to really look at our judgments and the way that we see things and the way that we perceive things. And we have to be willing to surrender the false identity of who our ego tells us we are, because it is not who we are. And we have to start to find our truth and speak our truth and be in our truth. I got Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations and divine plan. The age of light. You've been training for this for a lifetime. For a lifetime, you guys. Oh my God. Like, you don't understand how long we have been waiting for this moment right here, right now. And it is so important to be present in this moment. You know, how present are we? Are we thinking about the future? Are we stuck in the past? Where are we creating from? What is our vibrational set point, and what belief system are we creating from? A belief is nothing more than a thought you have thought many, many, many times. And we have to know our beliefs to know what we're creating. We have to know ourselves to be able to know each other. We have to love ourselves to be able to love someone else, and to be able to open a space to co-create. Soul family. I really love this card. I wish you could see it better, but it's two girls and they have their third eyes together and their palms to each other. It's really fucking beautiful. What?
Does that spell with you, the third eyes together at all?
Oh shit. Yeah. I thought of you when I saw this card. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Be willing to go to your tribe and speak your fucking truth. Do you have the courage to do that? Do you have the courage to stand up for what you believe in? Do you have the courage to speak out within your tribe and speak your truth, no matter if it is accepted, rejected, whatever? Could you do it? If the world relies on us to be authentic, could you do it? Could you show up? Could you be honest? Could you let your ego come to the surface so that you can actually see it? Can you take constructive criticism? Can you allow yourself to break down the identity of who you have been and step into who you are? And then I got Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. And then the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. I got soul family and soul tribe twice. And then I got it's all coming together. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. You've been training for this for a lifetime. I can't even say anything else, you guys. I mean, the cards confirmed everything that we've been talking about tonight, and I want to express that the most essential part is loving yourself. It's literally impossible, you guys. It's impossible to love someone if you don't love yourself. It's impossible to be open to someone else's perspective when you're not even willing to accept your own personal truth. It's impossible. And it all starts from within. And it takes courage. It takes faith. And it takes, when you do get to a belief system that is not true and you're triggered and you feel game and you feel guilt and you feel shame for the belief system that you carried, you know, just allowing it. And that can be hard, but, you know, that's why you call in your soul tribe. That's why you call in the people that you trust. There are people that have been placed in our lives, divinely placed in our lives, because we are destined to co-create together. What Kara and I are doing right now, I'm so proud that Spirit guided us to do it, because this is how you do it, y'all. This is how you fucking do it. You bring people together in truth and love, and you create a space to co-create. That is what God wants us to do, co-create. And it is so hard to co-create if you have judgments or expectations. To me, these cards are just saying that everything in this space, at least, looking at the bigger picture here with the Sagittarius moon, when you're looking at the bigger picture, the challenges that we're facing, the triggers that are happening, it's all like a blessing in disguise, but we have to be willing, and Kara said it best, we have to be willing to feel so that we can start the healing process. If we're not willing to go into the guilt, go into the shame, go into the negative self-beliefs, the limiting self-beliefs, if we're not willing to go down that road, then it's going to continue to be unconscious and create your reality. And it's, you know what I mean? It's time to be conscious of what we're creating, y'all. And to do it together. What you got?
Because I'm having deja vu so hard right now. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Wow.
The candles just went weird. What?
Just everything. I feel like I've been here before. I feel like I've said these words before. I feel like I've had the excitement before. I feel like I've been in this space with you before.
I'm gonna cry.
When everything, I feel it. I feel it. And I honor you. I am so blessed to have the people that have been placed in my life at this time in my life to be here now with all of you here. I can't. I am blessed. I am honored. I respect you so much. I thank you for doing this, for having us together and for being open to share the experience that we had together. Because by being open and sharing these difficult feelings and these things that, the experiences that we have, it makes it easier for other people to say, me too.
Yep.
Me too.
It does for some reason. What'd you say?
I said, this is how we lead.
Yep.
That demonstrating leadership, whether we have wanted this role or not, this is what we were given.
Yep.
And so this is us stepping up and showing people what is possible when there is unconditional love.
I forgot about that. That's been coming up a lot for me. Leadership. Like, there are some of us, you guys, that really, our mission is to lead. Like, and it's intimidating to be a leader sometimes. It's scary to be a leader. It's uncomfortable to be a leader. But I'm telling you, once you step into that uncharted territory, like, you realize that you've done it before. You realize that you have the ability to Sorry, I'm trying to do something on the computer, and Danny's face just popped up on the whole screen, and I don't know what's going on there, but hold on. Did I do it? Hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to... Hold on, Karen. 1 second. Let me see.
I got nothing going on.
Oh, okay. So I need to transition here, I think. Why is that? Danny! I mean, whatever. Y'all, I'm learning. I gotta learn how to fucking do this shit, okay? Alright, I want that. I want this gone. You told me that if I went to the screen, I could do it, and it didn't do it. That's...
Which one's 1 and which one's 2 now?
That was 2. See, I don't know what that is. I told you your face popped up. It was...
Yeah, no, you should be good.
I don't want this anymore. How do I do that?
Oh, that? Oh, you gotta go to 2 and go like this.
Oh! Okay, but is Kara there?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, look. That is your preview. Hey, that's your...
Oh, okay. I got it. See? Okay, y'all. Sorry. Thank you, Kara. Trying to figure this shit out because I already know we're gonna be doing this some more, so I gotta figure this shit out.
Yep.
Thank y'all for being
here. And that's the funny thing. Brooke and I had spoken a while ago about working together, and we both felt called to do it, and we both drug our feet on it, and then, bam, Spirit said, okay, well, if you're gonna resist, here's a little thing for you to do, and we're gonna make it happen.
Yep.
But I just think it could have happened in a more beautiful way, to be honest with you, despite the discomfort, despite the confusion, despite the soul searching, all of that, it comes together in such a way that everything makes sense, and it's such a beautiful experience to move through these things with people and not have these things where, oh, I'm never speaking to you again, goodbye.
Yep.
You know?
So,
I mean, sometimes that happens, and that's okay too, but, you know, we're in it to win it. These are connections that never go away.
and it's a time where you have to listen to your intuition because your ego is what's being challenged. Your identity is what's being challenged. So you can't listen really to the stories that are coming up. You have to listen to the intuitive hits. And everything inside of me was just like, I love her. I love her. We're going to make this work. We're going to figure this out. This is happening for a reason. And just those thoughts in general to each other. Y'all, I'm telling you, thoughts are powerful. And Kara was sitting there thinking, I love you, Brooke. I was sitting there thinking, I love you, Kara. And we created that space for each other. And like, it really is that simple. You kind of have to really pay attention to the thoughts that you're thinking about people. If you're sitting here thinking, oh, we're never going to talk again. They don't understand me. They don't see me. I don't know how to speak my truth. If I speak my truth, they're going to take it the wrong way. If you continue to talk like that, that's what you're creating. Speaking things into existence, right? I'm really glad we could do this too, Kara. Really, really glad.
Yeah. This was an honor. And it's simply beautiful, and I look forward to, you know, what we all create as tribes together and the experiences that we get to share, no matter what they look like, because our authenticity, we've been called to step into that and not pretend that we have it all together all the time, because we don't. We never will. There is no point of arrival, and, you know, the sooner we can be honest about that and share the process, and everyone knows that if it resonates with us, it's going to resonate with others.
Yep. That is very true. Do you have anything else you'd like to add tonight?
I am just eternally grateful for the experience, and I love all of you who show up
We did
day
it!
after day after day. Us and for yourselves.
Yes.
And to be on this beautiful, messy journey with us together, like,
Yes.
It's just an honor and a blessing to be here.
That's exactly how I feel, and I couldn't have said it any better. You took the words right out of my mouth. And I love that. I love that, you know, we're on the same page, man. I'm glad we could do this, and I fucking love you, Kara. I love the shit out of you. God knew that we needed to do this together, because the energetic exchange that happens between us, the information that we energetically exchange, not even really knowing, you know, what we're exchanging, it is fun, you guys. When you get out of, you know, when you go into the uncomfortableness, when you go into there and you kind of just allow it and you get to the other side, it's so much fun. It becomes a game, you know? Life doesn't have to be suffering. Spirit tells me that all the time. You do not have to suffer. If you are suffering, it is because of the story that you're telling yourself. It is not in alignment with the truth. And one thing that I have learned recently, and I'm glad Spirit just reminded me, is when we're feeling fatigued, when we're feeling nauseous, when we're feeling like we don't have any energy to do what we feel like we're being called to do, now is the time to deliberately, literally, like, you know, I didn't have energy earlier. I was feeling kind of negative, and that's not what I wanted to experience. And Spirit has just been guiding me to deliberately step out of whatever the energy I'm feeling and create the energy that I want to experience. So earlier I didn't have much energy. I didn't feel like I had my thoughts together. I felt disconnected. I had a lot of heavy energy around me, and I didn't want to get up and do anything. But I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I want to deliberately create something that I want to experience. And Spirit was reminding me that I'm capable of doing that. So we went to the waterfalls, and just being in the waterfalls and deliberately moving myself up the emotional scale, you guys. Like, now is the time to do that. If you're uncomfortable, deliberately put yourself in that uncomfortableness and push through it to create what you would actually like to experience. And it's hard, just like when you're triggered, right? When you're triggered and you're going off and whatever, and it doesn't feel good to you, and you feel like it's all ego, right? It's all the wounds. It's the wound that is speaking, not the truth of who you are. It's the wound that is speaking, and it's not true, right? And, you know, when something brings out that part of you, deliberately, you know, saying, I made a mistake. I was wrong. You know, I'm sorry for the things that I said. I take responsibility for my part in it. It's so important to do that right now. And I just wanted to, I guess Spirit wanted to end with that. Did you want to add anything to that, my love?
Just that I love you and I honor you.
I love you too, and I'm gonna see if I'm trying to end the stream, but I don't know if we're gonna still be. We'll see. You guys, I love you guys in the chat. Sending so much love for you guys. I'm so glad that you were here to do this ritual with us tonight, to do this release with us, and to have these conscious conversations. But because these conscious conversations are what change the motherfucking world. With that being said, blowing my candles out. I love you guys. Kara, thank you for being here with me. And Empress of Duality, out.